The war is over. You're coming home. You're my life. You're coming home. There's no war.
Einav Zangauker has waited for this day for 2 painful years. On the line is her son Matan, one of the 20 Israeli hostages Hamas is releasing today. The path to this point has been bitter. Hamas killed around 1,200 people in its October 2023 attack on Israel and took around 200 hostages across the border to Gaza. But today, Hamas is releasing the last of those who've survived in exchange for the release of Palestinian prisoners from Israel. Gaza is ready for these prisoners. The people here are traumatized by 2 years of Israeli attacks, which have killed more than 67,000 people. Israel's blockade on aid has created famine across the territory. But a ceasefire between Hamas and Israel that took effect Friday is holding. One of the biggest forces behind the ceasefire, U.S. President Donald Trump, is in Israel to mark the day. He'll address Israel's parliament before heading to Egypt to attend a summit on ending this war for good, as there is yet much more work to do. Still, he's declared the conflict over and said the settlement he's helped to reach is something both sides can cheer for. Cheer might not be exactly the right word after all the grief and anguish, but in Israel at least, it's certainly been a day of intense emotion. Joy, relief, and all the pain of the past 2 years pouring out at once. People gathered in what's been dubbed Hostage Square in Tel Aviv to greet the news with celebrations. People have been singing and dancing here since the day before in anticipation.
I'm totally overwhelmed, cautiously optimistic, just really anxious about what will be tomorrow, and very hopeful that we are looking forward to a very positive future.
I feel immense joy and excitement to feel that we're really in a process of returning to a slightly more normal life, and I hope back to routine.
There was especially little to cheer about in Gaza. The fighting may have stopped, but amid the ruins, the mood is somber. Back in July, the UN said that already 78% of structures in Gaza were damaged or destroyed. The World Bank, meanwhile, puts the rebuilding cost at over $50 billion.
We didn't expect it to be to this degree. I mean, not one home in the whole street is standing, or is even hollowed out. They are all level to the ground. It is all destruction.
There is no life, not at all, not at all. No life, no life.
Even if the peace holds, the question for many is what now? Basic aid is still hard to come by in Gaza, and whether this peace will hold is still anyone's guess. While Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a path of rebuilding and healing is at hand, he also says this may not really be the end.
The battle is not over. There are still very serious security challenges ahead. Some of our enemies are trying to recover so they can attack us again. And as we say here, we're on it. There are also unprecedented opportunities, precisely because of the victories we've achieved. I am convinced that together we will overcome the challenges and realize the opportunities.
The ceasefire may be working, but the immense trauma and damage of the war aren't something a peace accord can fix anytime soon. Andy Hsueh and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.